Good morning, students. This is your history lesson. Students, as you know, we are reading about ancient Egypt of the Pharaohs. We are studying about the administrative system, culture, and social life of the Egyptians. In yesterday's lesson, we discussed the writing pattern and style of Egyptians. Today, we will read about the pyramids. What are pyramids? And what do you know about these pyramids? Students, the simple definition of a pyramid is a large structure built especially in ancient Egypt that usually has a square base and four triangular sides meeting at a point and that contains tombs. Students, we can say that the Egyptian pyramids are ancient pyramid shaped masonry structure located in Egypt. Most were built as tombs for the country's pharaohs and their companions during the Old and Middle Kingdom periods. Students, the most famous Egyptian pyramids are those found at Giza on the outskirts of Cairo. Several of the Giza pyramids are counted among the largest structures ever built. The pyramids of Khufu is the largest Egyptian pyramids. It is the only one of the seven wonders of the ancient world still in existence. Now you open your page 8 and read about the pyramids with me. People today are fascinated by the temples and pyramids of ancient Egypt. The sheer complete size and the precision of their construction, quality of their construction is amazing, especially because they were built at a time when people did not have the machines as we have now to help in completing the buildings. Students, built during a time when Egypt was one of the richest and most powerful civilizations in the world. The pyramids, especially the great pyramids of Giza, are some of the most magnificent man-made structure in history. Their massive scale reflect the unique role that the pharaoh or king played in ancient Egyptian society. So people are very amazed to look at the construction and style of these pyramids. The Egyptians believed in a life after death and prepared for it physically as well as spiritually. Pyramids, which are counted as one of the seven wonders of the world, are the huge tombs built by pharaohs for themselves. Students, Egypt's pharaohs expected to become gods in the afterlife. To prepare for the next world, they erected temples to the gods and massive pyramids, tombs for themselves. They were filled with all the things each ruler would need to guide and sustain himself in the next world. Understand, students? The Egyptians used the art of mummification to bury their dead. The bodies were carefully embalmed and wrapped up in cloth bandages to preserve them. Embalmed, preserve. The methods of embalming or treating the dead body that the ancient Egyptians used is called mummification. The methods of embalming or treating the dead body that the ancient Egyptians used is called mummification. They used special processes. The Egyptian removed all moisture from the body, leaving only a dried form that would not easily decay. It was important in their religion to preserve the dead body in as lifelike a manner as possible. Understand, students? So this was the art of preserving their mummies. Now come to next paragraph. The huge tombs also contained goods including grains and honey, which they might need in the afterlife. They also made models of objects of everyday life to be buried with them, such as toys, clothing, and jewelry. The pharaohs and their relatives were the best preserved, and the most famous mummies are those of pharaohs Tutankhamun, Seti, and Ramesses II. Students, during the 3rd and 4th dynasties of the Old Kingdom, Egypt enjoyed tremendous economic prosperity and stability. Kings held a unique position in Egyptian society. They believed to have been chosen by the gods to serve. Ancient Egyptians believed that when the king died, part of his spirit remained with his body. To properly care for his spirit, the corpse was mummified, and everything the king would need in the afterlife was buried with him, including gold vessels, food, furniture, and other offerings. The pyramids became the focus of a cult of the dead king that was supposed to continue after his death, and their riches would provide not only for him but also for the relatives, officials, and priests who were buried near him. Understand, students? Students, here is figure 2.5. The Khufre pyramid is guarded by the Sphinx, a mythical creature with a lion's body and a large human head, carved from a mound of natural rock at Giza. Students, you know about this Sphinx? Have you read about it before? Students, a Sphinx is a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human. A Sphinx is a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human, with some variations. In ancient Egypt, a lot of times the head was that of a pharaoh or a god. In ancient Egypt, a lot of times the head was that of a pharaoh or a god. The Egyptians built Sphinx statues to guard important areas such as tombs and temples. Now come to page number 9. The Egyptian system of counting. The Egyptians invented the decimal system of counting. Decimal system or decimal number system used in mathematics for writing numbers. They used 7 different symbols. One was represented by a single stroke, a mark made by drawing a pen. 10 was shown by drawing one hobble, i.e. a strap used to tie an animal's feet. 100 was shown by drawing one coil of rope. As you can see from the picture, with the start, you can see a coil of rope. 1000 was represented by a drawing of one lotus plant. As you can see from the picture, he is under number 4. 10,000 was shown as one finger. 100,000 was represented by a drawing of one frog. As you can see from the picture, this is a symbol of 10,000. A hieroglyph image of 6 frogs in a row would mean 600,000. One lake was represented by the figure of a god with raised arms. So this is for you today. I hope you have understood a lot from this lesson. You have to learn about the pyramids and the Egyptian system of counting. Thank you for listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.